Today, let's embrace the intention of leaving our comfort zones as we dive into day 5 of our 30-day yoga challenge. We will focus on spine, torso, and obliques, ideal for those with tight muscles. Remember, our journey is about progress, not perfection, and it requires patience. Let's begin. So we are going to get started by being right in the center of the mat. You would have equal space on both the sides. From there, you're going to bring both your hands on top of the knees here and hide your fingers under the knees in a way that you can get the entire length of both the arms. So this is done to wake up the spine and gain the entire length of the spine after being on rest for a long time. So once you are there, you pull the chest up, roll the shoulders as back as you can, and continue to engage the muscles that are next to the spine towards the lumbar side. Lift your chin up and combine this position with a very long, deep inhalation. So breathe in as deep as you can. And then after, when you breathe out, you're going to lower the chest down, sink down with your spine, and the spine that you really crunched right now, the same spine you want to make appear like a balloon. So stretch and expose the upper back muscles, continue to breathe in and out while focusing a little bit more on the exhalations this time. Then when you breathe in, you're going to get the body up, back to the center and relax. Now bring your left hand on top of the right knee. Right hand is going to go down onto the floor at the back. Bend the arms and create space between the elbows to look far over the right shoulder. Look as back as you can. Always remember to maintain the entire length of the spine. Breathe in deep. Breathe out. As you exhale, you're going to get the body out of this, back to the center, and we'll do the same thing onto the other side. Your right hand goes on top of the left knee, left hand goes down onto the floor at the back. Use the grip you have over the floor with the help of your fingertips and bend the arms to create a lot more space between the joints, between the shoulders and the ears. Continue to breathe in and out. Breathe out. And you get the body out of this, back to the center and relax. These are initial poses you do in front of every class to make sure that your spine is able to handle whatever is coming up ahead. Now bring both your hands down by the side of the hips here. Press with your palms down till you get the entire length of the arms. Now you won't only just get the entire length of the arms, you would also gain the entire length of the spine here. So let the spine feel that suspension, let the spine feel that it's gaining length just by support you are getting from the arms. When you breathe out, you want your hips to settle down. Leave your left hand on top of the left knee. Right hand goes down along the edge of the mat. Fingers will be spread open and wide. And then you want your elbow to drop down onto the floor. Now keep the chest open, ceiling visible. You'll be extending your left arm up higher. You continue to breathe in and out. Now show the left palm up towards the ceiling and pull this arm further back. Open the chest. Push the arm back as it can go and breathe in deep. Now continue to press into the floor with the help of the right hand so that you have more of the body weight shifting towards the left side of the body. Then when you breathe out, you move the left arm over the head, continue keeping the chest open. Now as I hold myself in this position and as I look ahead in front of me, I don't have my arm inside. My arm is so far and pulled back behind my ear. And I continue to maintain that tension along the left hand side of the body. Now from here, I'm going to bring the hand right behind your head and pull the chest up and breathe into the pose. So this is when you want to combine it with a mega inhalation. So breathe in. And when you breathe out, you push into the floor and you throw the body out and back to the center. Take a pause here. Let the blood rush back to the parts where it was not allowed to go. So when you tilt on your right hand side, everything on the left is so stretched that blood doesn't get to go there. But the moment you come out, you totally feel the rush of the blood towards that part of the body. So we'll experience the same thing onto the other side. You bring your left hand down by the side of the left hip, press till you gain the entire length, leave the right hand on top of the right knee, slide the hand down along the edge here, drop the elbow down onto the mat and continue to breathe in and out and relax the neck so that you can use the weight of the head and then send the right arm up high with your fingers pointing up. Now you want to imagine that you're trying to touch the ceiling with your fingers. So reach up as you can and then show the right palm up toward the ceiling as if you were carrying a tray and you want that tray to be pulled further back and away from the rest of the body. So the common mistake here is that people hold the arm here. Now it definitely allows you to take the arm further back. It doesn't give you the stretch that you're pectoral is kneading here. So you send the arms, you make sure that your arm stays close to the ear. So pull the arm further back and then over the head and reach out with your fingers. Now notice all the space you have created between the fingertips and the sit bone on the right. So anything that is in between needs to feel the stretch. So you extend it and you can make the curve go even more intense by pressing further with your left hand into the pose, into the floor, so that everything on the right feels a little bit more tension. Breathe in, bring the hand further back, and it's about the elbow. So point the elbow up, pull the head back and breathe longer into the pose. Then when you breathe out, you're going to push and throw the body up and back to the center and relax. Now from here, you're going to slide your hips a little bit further back and extend your left leg out towards the corner of the mat on the left hand side like this. So heel almost pointing there. With your right foot, you pull it up close to the perineum and have your chest and your tummy still facing right in front, and you send your left arm up higher. Bring your right hand down by the side of the hip. The more you press and push into the floor with your right, the higher you go up with your left. Also at the same time, you continue to slide your left heel further out and lower the left hand down on top of the left foot like this. Now, if you're someone who's just started doing yoga and this doesn't feel real at the moment, it's perfectly fine. Just grab here, grab with your hands under the shin bone. Perfectly fine if you have to use the belt or a loop or a prop to keep your foot in hand. If you don't have a yoga belt, you can use the actual waist belt to kind of make a loop and keep the foot in grip. Now, whichever way you're holding it, you're creating a shape here, and you want that shape to become big. Let's say it looks a little bit like a rectangle, but you want this shape to look a bit more like triangle. So in order to do that, you need to gain the length of the spine. So you lift the chest up, you lift the torso up, and how you control your body weight tells a lot. So you want your body weight to be pulled a little bit further back. Your right hand is now going to come on top of your right knee. You press your right hand down into the knee, and then you create another triangle. So this shape is all about triangles. There's one triangle here, there's one triangle on the right hand side, and the whole body kind of looks like a triangle, a bit like a pyramid. Then when you breathe in, you're going to pull the chest up. Now from there, when you breathe out, you're going to keep the fingers where they are. You're going to go grab the outer edge of the foot. If you're holding the foot with the help of a band, it's perfectly fine to continue holding the foot the same way. Pull the chest up and extend the right arm out. Now keep reaching out with your fingers, and this one goes up and over the head, and keep the chest and your tummy still facing right in front. Very gently, you get yourself to stretch the entire left leg, and you also get yourself to stretch the right side of the torso. So keep reaching out with your fingers. Now leave the foot. Go grab the wrist and pull the arm further out. And when you suspend yourself there, you notice how breath makes the body move. So if I really take a long deep breath in, notice what happens. So when I breathe in, my body, my torso rises because of the air that goes inside the torso, and it makes the body open. So when you breathe out, you notice how the body comes further, lower and lower. So you continue to remain in that position of stretch. Then when you breathe in, you're going to slowly bring the body out and back to the center, and you notice how your leg feels right now, how everything on the right hand side of the torso feels, and how you want to balance it out on the other side as well. For that, you're going to pull your left foot in. So pull the left foot in, extend the right leg out towards the corner of the mat, and continue to keep your chest and your tummy still facing right in front. Bring your left hand down by the side of the left hip here. Now use your left hand, the grip you have over the mat, to adjust. Now if some of you, we have the tight hip situation right now, and you find that this is not exactly very comfortable to be seated like this, I would suggest that you continue to do whatever you can. You can also do it with your leg bent slightly. It's perfectly fine, but don't just give up on this one. Make sure that you're getting yourself acquainted. The body needs to understand how it feels to be in a state of a pose in an asana, and that can only be done once you let yourself hold for a little bit. So if there's a pose that you find extremely tough, you want to give yourself a certain number of breaths. Let's say I just want to hold this pose for 2 breaths. That's it. Then you send your right arm up higher, go down, see how I am bending my right leg, and then I'm going to go grab my foot. You could be here, and then you can just simply stretch your right leg straight. Think of the shape again, pull the chest up, breathe in and bring your left hand on top of the knee. So think of the triangles you are creating, crown of the head going up higher, creating space so that the breath can be used to stretch the body from inside. Extend your left arm out, reach out with your fingers as far as they can get, and then like a compass, like a needle of a compass, this goes up. And not only just goes up, it goes also at the back, and then it goes over the head. Continue to breathe in and out, keep breathing, keep tilting, and without any kind of stress and strain. Now leave the foot behind, go grab the wrist with your right hand and pull this away from the body, and just let the torso hang in there and be able to breathe in and out. Now the focus is not to stretch much. The focus is to breathe into the pose. So when you breathe in, see what happens. Then slowly when you breathe in, you're going to lower the hand down onto the foot again, cross your legs back and come back to the original position. So there are a lot of body parts that we address today. We work on the torso entirely, the sides, the obliques, we work on the lumbar region of the back. We also worked on the hamstrings, and that's a very important reason a lot of people are tight. So it's not just that we are tight in one part of the body. If your hamstrings are tight, if your legs are tight, your hips will be tight. If your hips are tight, your back will never get the mobility it needs. So you are likely to have back issues. And if your back is tight, of course, your shoulders will also feel tight. So in order to create overall flexibility and mobility, and these are the movements we need to establish in our yoga practice, and along, of course, with the right way of breathing. And I would like to congratulate you for continuing your practice till day 5. I cannot say that it was easy, but always remember that if you want to change, if you want to transform the way you feel in your physical body, mentally, emotionally, intellectually, you need to do hard things. This is me, Zubin Atre, signing out for today. I'll see you tomorrow.